Hello everyone. So Tech and Foray is back with another video. We are leveraging student feedback. So I have created a few migration videos showing how applications are migrated, how to deploy the environment, and how to migrate those applications when we have two applications in the on-premises data center with database, and how to migrate those applications from on-premises to AWS cloud. The detailed process was created in those videos in a very practical manner. And I shared some examples also, like what things to be kept in mind, how holistically migration works, right? But when students are approaching, I'm getting a lot of queries from those migration videos, the tools that I have used, the practical services that I have used in AWS, how to gather the information, which service to lift and shift the applications from on-premises, and then how to modernize the application using all those different AWS services. But I'm getting a lot of feedback from the students that they want to learn more insights into migration, because then when they are working on migration projects, they are facing some challenges like how holistically migration works. Because when we are talking about migration, you have to think about holistically gather information, all aspects of application to be covered. So in this, by leveraging the student feedback, I'm creating another video where I'll deep dive more into AWS migration, where I'll help migration project leaders. So this will help in enhancing project leaderships through insightful AWS migrations. So this feedback is really helpful, and as usual, I'm sharing this knowledge, and this kind of knowledge is shared very rarely by different architects. Maybe they are having less time, or maybe busy with other projects. Any reason could be there, but I like to share my knowledge. Sure, so I'm sharing that. So, summary of what exactly the students are looking for is that they requested more explanation into strategies, about the tools, what best practices are, what all aspects should be kept in mind, and what application different aspects of application that should be kept while gathering the information. And also they are interested in real world examples. So in this few videos that I'm creating, I'll include those real world examples also that can help to enrich the knowledge of the students. So various topics that I am going to cover in these few videos. I'll talk about migration methodologies and cost optimization. That's really an important aspect these days, because everyone is jumping on the cloud, but they want to think about cost optimization as well to reduce the expenses. Security considerations these days is very important. So from data and application security, all these aspects should be kept in mind while designing the applications. And automation tools. So leverage automation to streamline migration, reduce manual errors. So like automation tools, what automation tools that can be used and reduce manual errors, and what all different aspects that can be kept in mind, and uh, while designing the while gathering the information of the applications. Uh, because in production, a lot of things are there. When we are talking about application, a lot of aspects are there. So if we are spending more time on gathering the information, this will help more in designing the target reference architecture. So that will be a more smooth migration, right? So all these things going to cover in depth exploration in these slides, right? So who can benefit? So I'm getting calls from different users or different students, like who can get benefited. So I have created these slides very generically, and the content that I am sharing, that can be little bit technical, or that can be consumed by different like it can be consumed by technical project managers, cloud architects, delivery managers, or technical leads who are looking into migration projects. So these videos will help to enrich their knowledge, uh, that can help the projects that they are working on. They will help to add on to their existing knowledge, that what all things can be kept in mind and how migration needs to be handled. So anyone can view these videos and use these videos in their projects. Also, these videos are from high level perspective. In case anyone wants to get in more into depth of these things, they can contact us and we will help them out. So how these learning can help in their careers. So cloud migration project opportunities. So you can get opportunities into your existing organization where you have migration projects that are running, or you can work on those projects to meet the business goals. And cloud architecture roles, you can get more expertise into AWS migration roles, where you can design scalable, secure, and robust cloud architectures. And also you can look into consulting and advisory careers, where you can provide advisory role into cloud adoption and how you can optimize the cloud. So these slides will support in a really professional development, like structured learning approach. These are clear-cut things that are created. There's nothing like theoretical things that are created in these slides. These are really practical concepts that are used in these. Continuous improvement, you might be having some existing knowledge about migration, but I'm sure these videos will help you in enriching your knowledge about migration. Project leadership readiness, so you can equip with knowledge and gain more confidence to lead cloud migration projects effectively, right? So now coming on to the main slides, where I'm going to cover holistic approach to migration production applications. Like for example, we have few production applications and we are planning to migrate to AWS cloud. So what all key aspects and best practices that can be kept in mind to ensure that the complete migration should be smooth, and all the information is gathered, based on which you can design the target reference architecture, so that you can optimize the existing applications from cost perspective, from performance, from security perspective. So all these things. So you have to dig a bit deep into the existing environment to design the target reference architecture on the AWS cloud. So the agenda that I'm going to cover in these slides is that we need to understand migration objectives, who are all stakeholders are there in the overall migration projects, that very important from business support. Comprehensive application inventory and discovery. This is very important when we are talking about applications, what all things needs to be gathered, what in inventory, the aspects of application, softwares, dependencies, and APIs. So all those things has to be captured in detail. So I'll create more detailed videos, how you can gather, what question you can ask to customers, how you can gather information, where you need to look into that, which team you have to contact that. So all those things I'm going to cover it. And how critical is the application from risk perspective, from business perspective, and you can ask the evaluate current architecture of the application, how is the performance of the application, and then we can talk about choosing right migration strategies for applications, designing how you can design AWS target architecture, And then we have to talk about data migration planning and execution. Who will perform application testing, validation, because the things that we have talked before, what all test cases should be in place, and who is going to test those, UATs, so all those things. Operational readiness and post-migration activities, because once we are moving to cloud, applications should be ready to deliver the business aspects. And then we have to talk about lessons learned and continuous improvement. So understanding migration objectives and stakeholders alignment, that's very important. So first, when we are talking about migration, it's not just we are just start working on the application and start working on the servers or start lifting and shifting. It's very important that we have to sit with the business people and understand what objectives they have. Like they want to focus on scalability of the applications, what business problems they are facing. Like they want to optimize the cost of the applications, the amount they are spending on the application. They want to optimize that. They want to spend less when they want to migrate to cloud. They are not able to meet these service level agreements, so they want to improve the application performance. So understanding all these things, based on which you can set very clear objectives that you need to achieve. Based on this, you have to design the target reference architecture, keeping in mind the overall costing of the project, based on which the target solution will be delivered. Because each and every component is having a cost based on it. So if you have set very clear objective, you can justify that this is the thing that coming into mind, coming into picture, based on which I have designed this solution, and this is the cost of it, and how I'm going to optimize this. So all these things are very, very practical in nature, and you have to keep in mind. So it's very important identify and engaging the key stakeholders from different levels. So it should be very, very important to identify them and involve them at each and every stage, wherever they are required to move the migration to next steps. So you have to identify those stakeholders from business perspective, technical perspective, security perspective, application. So all those things as those stakeholders should be clearly identified. The spokes and it may include like business leaders, IT team, or who are all end users are there. So all these things should be kept in mind. Uh, who all are responsible for these things, right? So while working on stakeholders, it's very important to involve them at each and every stage to get the approvals. So that's really important. And you have to set the success criteria with each and every stakeholder, what exactly we are trying to achieve in this migration, clear metrics, uptime targets to evaluate migration performance effectively, what all different metrics are there, how we are going to improve the performance of the applications, at what level we are going to do that, and the budget that is there for the applications that should be approved on time for smooth migration activities, and it should be tracked and cost should be controlled to ensure migration stays in the budget that is allocated from the business perspective. So I have covered a lot of things. I'm creating small videos. So until now, I have covered why this is important, what all things should be kept in mind from different perspectives, stakeholders, how to set the objectives, and what all parameters should be kept in mind from costing, from performance. So I'm creating smaller videos. So in the comprehensive application inventory and discovery, I'll cover in the next video. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.